welcome to another video. So, my tips and tricks to training with an injury, or whatever I've decided to call this. So, I'm making this video. I think I filmed a video on my channel regarding this kind of thing, but I don't know what I called it, so I can't find out if I have. I've obviously not done one with training with an injury, my tips and tricks. So, I'm taking advice from this from when I hurt my back a couple of months ago, or a year ago, I can't really remember when, and some of my friends in my inner circle are injured. So, should you train whilst injured? And I find this has degrees of how injured you are. If you've torn something off the bone, or you've really badly injured yourself, or you've slipped a disc, or you've broke your foot, obviously don't train. But I find if your injury isn't significant or isn't very bad, there are very easy ways to train around it. When I did my back in, and let's get this straight, that was the worst pain I've ever felt whilst training. It was absolutely terrible, to the point of I was sleeping on the floor for a week because the mattress was just too soft. My whole back went guarded, and I pulled 250 triple on deadlift, and on the bottom one I tore my lower back. Really small micro tear, but sent my whole back guarded. Awful. Did I train with that injury? As I could barely walk, no. But as soon as I could move comfortably, yes, I came back to the gym, because as we'll get on to, the gym isn't just about moving weights, it's the psychological effect, it's the mental aspect, it's the therapy aspect of it. Mental health in the gym is massive. So I came and trained, and I did stuff. I binned off trying to get as heavy as I could. I binned off trying to get as much weight as I could. And I went down the bodybuilding reps, time under tension, and used machines that weren't putting the injury under strain. If you've hurt your back, you wouldn't deadlift. If you've hurt your back, you wouldn't go heavy on a squat. If you've hurt your back, you might not bench. But training your shoulders, training your chest, training your legs, training your back, you can still do it as long as there's no pain. Use machines that don't put your back in that negative position, don't put pressure on your back. There are very many ways you can do this. I'm going to refer to my phone now because I've got lots of points on my phone. The next important thing is go and see somebody. If you think you've done something but you're not fully sure, I've hurt my back. What have you done? Have you torn it? Have you pulled it? Have you slipped a disc? Have you got a hernia? There's so many ways. Finding out what you've done can be the most beneficial thing to getting you, because when you think about it, say for instance you pull your back at 4 o'clock on a Friday, yeah, instantly you should be thinking, how can I get back? So cold compressors, warm compressors. Go and see somebody. Go and see a masseuse. Go and see a doctor. Go and see a chiropractor. Go and see a sports therapist. Go and see somebody that knows what they're doing, and if they can then pinpoint it down, because if you hurt yourself, you've hurt your back, it could be any number of things around that. If you go to see somebody that knows what they're doing, and therefore they then give you advice, like you've done this, don't do this, but do this. They'll give you advice onto how to get back to training. When you do come back to training, and this is the most important thing, don't run before you can walk. Start with low impact exercises. Don't put too much strain on the injury. It's like I said, you can train around it. You can do movements, you can do body parts, you can still have a very efficient training session. Maybe not strength focused, because that's over there. Maybe not strength focused, but you can still have very good training. Listen to your body. Stop if you feel any pain or discomfort. That's the most important thing. If you think you're recovered and you're doing a movement and it's aggravating it, one of the reasons why I changed to sumo, because every time I pulled conventional, I was feeling it exactly where I hurt it, and petrified that I'm going to get the same pain again. Absolutely petrified that I'm going to hurt it to the point of I'm going to be in the situation I was in last time. I've got a new baby. I can't afford to be a cripple when I've got a baby. Use proper form. One of the reasons you probably got injured is because your form is not good enough. people might not like me saying that, but the amount of people that hurt themselves on a deadlift, form. Focus on, if you've hurt your lower back, or you've pulled your hamstring, or you've pulled your glute, that's probably because it's working harder than it needs to be. And that means, I find if you're training legs, the body part or the muscle you've trained that's the sorest is the weakest, because it's having to work harder to keep up. If you've got really strong quads and you've got really weak hamstrings and you're getting crippling hamstring DOMs, train your hamstrings more. You need to get them stronger. Because I find going to the gym injured can be a tricky situation. It really can. On one hand, you want to stay active. You want to keep with your fitness goals. Oh, I've got really strong. I've injured myself. Oh no, I'm back to so-and-so. But the key to success is making sure that you're taking the necessary precautions to protect you of injury while you're still getting a good workout. So you can still train, your goals just might need to move. Simple. Oh, I can't squat heavy today. No, but I can do hamstrings. There's like 4 hamstring machines in this gym. You can do leg extensions, you can do lunges. Make sure you're hydrated and stretched, that's another thing. That can be I know I watched a video of Eddie Hall benching, he was dehydrated and he hurt his pec. But yes, you can train while injured. You really can. And I have, and I do. Currently not injured, touch wood. I'm in a car, there is no wood. But you've got to be smart about it. Sorry about that. Merchandise company getting in contact with me. The company I'm using just couldn't be any more helpful. It's amazing. I've also got, on another note, I've also got merchandise to deliver today. So if you're wanting any, link in the description, all that jazz. So, can you train with an injury? So yes. Also, quickly, embroidered logo. Amazing! So yeah, you can train with an injury. It's about training smart. But I find ways to stop getting injured in the first place is training smart. If something don't feel right, don't do it. Something feels uncomfortable, don't do it. Something that feels heavier than it should do, don't always push through. There's a reason it doesn't feel right. There's a reason it feels awful. The amount of times I've gone in to train and some that just don't feel right. Bin off the compound movement. Go and do accessory movements. Don't even go heavy on the accessories. I sometimes do the first pin on a machine, 12, move down, until you can't get 12, and then you're done. Or go back up. Like do a pyramid set. There's so many other ways to work around it. But I find if you train smart, you won't get injured. But if you still get injured, then train smart once you're injured. But the big points here are, make sure your form's good. If your form is good, you're very likely not going to get injured. Make sure you've set an RP training up right. Don't be doing RP 10 all the time. It's just not going to work. Sure your form's good. I banged on about this in so many videos. Sort your form out first. If you sort your form out, then the weight can come. And if you have injured yourself, put positive steps in place to fix it. Don't just train hoping it'll get better on its own. Go and have a massage. All it might need is loosening off with a massage. Have a massage, go see a chiropractor. I know this is all money, and money's tight right now, but spend that little bit of money getting a diagnosis, finding out what's wrong with it. I've had people in the gym that have hurt their chest and they don't fully know what's wrong. I've gone, go and see a chiropractor, go and see a masseuse that knows what they're doing. And they've gone and seen a masseuse and they've actually had a scan on it and they've not torn it, they've just hurt it, they've inflamed it. So, inflammation gel, ibuprofens. There's another thing. Don't ever take paracetamol and ibuprofen to mask a pain to then train. If you take ibuprofen before you train and then you train and it masks the pain, you will be in so much pain later on. If I've got a sore back, I will not take any paracetamol, ibuprofen, naproxen, nothing prior to training, because it masks it, gives you a false sense of how well you're feeling. Just don't get injured. That's the really most important point here. Don't be a douchebag in the gym and you won't get injured. Like, comment, share, subscribe, check out my merch, Patreon, watch this video, like this video. Literally while you're watching this video now, if anyone's still watching, like it. Literally just press the like. If you're on your phone, you can press the like. Doesn't cost anything. Press the like. Share the video. See it on Facebook, you see it on Instagram, see it on TikTok. Share it. Like it, comment on it. Let's blow it up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'm going to go deadlift now. Watch me get injured now.